It's been of great interest to me over the past 47 years of doing work in the world of personal growth to see that we don't really have a lot of conversation about how to deal with a broken heart, how to move on, how to heal a broken heart. People don't talk about it enough, and I'm not sure why. So I want to do this video to give you some ideas and thoughts and tips on how to heal a broken heart when a relationship is ended and why it can be so difficult. Let's go to number one, and that's difficulty. And it has to do with oxytocin, the hormone. Oxytocin is a bonding hormone, and once you make love to someone, once you have sex with someone, once you're involved with them and there's physical touch and kissing and hugging, and oxytocin is released over and over and over again. It's called the bonding hormone for a good reason. Now, women have 10,000 times more oxytocin than men, and that's specifically done so when they have a baby, they bond with that baby like a mama bear. Now, the upside of oxytocin is that when you're in a good relationship and you get a text, there's a little rush of oxytocin. When you hug, when you kiss, when you make love, oxytocin is flowing all over the place. So what's the problem with that, David, right? Well, with a broken heart, what happens is we run into, like any other type of hormone, we walk into withdrawal. And withdrawal from oxytocin is very, very difficult, and especially depending on the number of years that you may have been with someone. Oxytocin is powerful. So after 7 days, or maybe sometimes even less, 4 days after you break up, you have a broken heart, and you don't have that physical touch, and you don't have those beautiful text messages or pretty emails or kissing or making love or anything, we start to have a withdrawal. And that withdrawal can mean actually going back to the person that we just broke up with, because the withdrawal is very tough. Hormones are difficult, man. They're drugs. They're called drugs for a reason. When you can work through that period of time where that the oxytocin has diminished greatly, which can take up to 30 days, depending on how long you've been with that person. So, no contact for 30 days, doing work on your own, which I'll explain a little bit more, can help you wean through the oxytocin. The other thing, lean on your friends. And I don't mean obsessively, but, hug your friends. If you have a dog, a cat, or whatever it might be, make sure you're putting extra time into that. You can get oxytocin from animals. You can get oxytocin from loving family members. You can get oxytocin from loving friends, as long as you don't overwhelm them. Asking someone to just give you a hug because your heart is broken is okay, as long as you know them really well. Don't go up to a stranger in a store. That's a little relationship humor. But, we really do want to understand the science behind it. Like, why do I want to go back to someone who treated me so poorly? Why? Well, one of the reasons is oxytocin withdrawal. The second reason is subconscious memory. Many times after we break up with someone, we think about all the good times, right? Maybe it's the great sexual times, maybe the travel time, maybe sitting around a campfire, maybe going fishing together, maybe whatever it might be, dancing together, whatever it is, right? The subconscious mind can start to focus on, oh my God, I'm all alone. Everyone else is in a great relationship. I don't have a partner. I don't have anything to do on Friday nights, Saturday nights, Sunday nights. I don't have anything to do with anyone any night of the week. So that subconscious withdrawal can have us start thinking of things like, well, even though he or she did this, and even though he or she did that, we always had a great time dancing. We always had a great time camping. And so the subconscious withdrawal can start to pull you back into a relationship that should have ended, and that's really powerful. Let's go to the next hormone that has a difficult role, or it may create a difficult role when you have a broken heart, and that's adrenaline. Now, what I'm going to tell you next is going to sound crazy, but it's actually factual. There's something called the adrenaline addiction cycle, and if you've been in a tough relationship, that's why you have a heartbreak, you had to end the relationship, or they ended it. If it was filled with, especially towards the end, arguing, complications, conspiracy, lying, sharing behind people's back, betraying people, not paying back money you owe them, whatever it might be, we have that adrenaline cycle, right? And so over the last 30 days of your relationship, or last 6 months, if there was a lot of arguing or isolation and anger and resentment, that produces adrenaline. Now think about this. You've been in a relationship that's adrenaline focused, arguing, frustrated, angry, revengeful, and then all of a sudden the person's gone. Well, the body doesn't know that. It wants adrenaline, right? And so you can create that adrenaline release because it is an addiction. And when you end that chaotic relationship and the adrenaline isn't flowing, the adrenaline wants to flow. That is addiction withdrawal. And so you may be drawn back to that person because you miss him or her. And what you really miss is the adrenaline from all the crazy, insane chaos and arguing. Look, this is just the beginning of how to heal a broken heart. Next, you've got to get with a professional and come to closure with you and the professional. Actually, you're coming to closure with just yourself. Trying to come to closure in a relationship that was terrible is the biggest waste of time. I wouldn't take a couple that wants to come in and sit in front of me and come to closure after a terrible relationship. I wouldn't take their money. I wouldn't, because it doesn't work. Come to closure with a professional on your own. And the last thing I'm going to tell you is to help to heal the broken heart, go volunteer at an animal shelter. Go volunteer picking up garbage off a beach or a park. Get involved with society. Go to movies on your own if you have to. Start to create new friends. Take new courses, new classes, new hobbies. Get into the gym if you haven't been in the gym. That'll release dopamine, serotonin, and boost your confidence. And allow yourself to have some positive distractions in life. Listen, if you need help, I'm offering everyone in the world a free 20-minute session on the phone right now. The world is crazy. Oh my God. Lots of broken hearts, lots of withdrawal, lots of people getting back together that should never get back together. Let me help you for free. Just go to the website, davidessel.com or talkdavid.com. Send us an email at the contact us page, and my team will set up a free 20-minute call, and we can do a lot in 20 minutes. Also, don't forget, at that same website, 5 of our 16 top-selling books, absolutely free. Grab them all right now, no charge, below. Remember, I'm in your corner. Let's talk. Let's help you through the heartbreak. Let's get over this hump so that we can be prepared for the next relationship, which is going to be freaking awesome. I'm David Essel. Have a great day.